to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Jacqueline Close-More Live with Jacqueline Close-More. Jacqueline Close-More. Live from jacqueline.com.au.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Jacqueline Close-More
On
Live.
A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Jacqueline Close-More and you're on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV, and you're coming to me and I'm coming to you. We're both synchronising from across the world and my lounge room in Melbourne, so it's kind of exciting. What an interesting week it's been. Of course, Venus is retrograde now, Mercury is retrograde, Jupiter's retrograde. I think Saturn still, Saturn's also retrograde. Look, why not just bung them all in there, frankly? It's been quite an interesting time, and interesting doesn't even cover it. You know, when people sort of say, what do you think 2020 is going to be like? And at the very start of the year, me and Angelica, my guest that day, and good friend, it was on the 11th of January, that episode, 10th, 11th, and we both sort of looked at each other like this and sort of went, well, you know, and hasn't it ever been that? So I'd like to thank all of our viewers, listeners and otherwise for tuning in. Now, today, I just wanted to cover the topic of appropriation. Ooh, okay, now, often that's to do with you know, cultural things. But what I'm going to talk about today is why, you know, people sort of say, why haven't you published your tarot deck yet, Jacqueline, or your book yet? And I'm like, well, there's this thing called appropriation and fraudulent stealing of copyright. On Facebook, there's actually a group, and I'm not going to name them because, frankly, I don't want a whole heap of people flocking to them and joining them to do this. But there's like 18,000 people on this group that one of my friends on Facebook, who is a tarot deck author and quite a brilliant tarot deck author for 20, 30 years now, their work is recognisable worldwide. And, you know, on this group, this guy's gone on this group and found them, and he's found his actual own tarot deck and book ripped off onto files that people are able to just download for free. And they then go and laminate the cards and they put them out and go, yeah. And they even show you how to print these. And, you know, there are that many pirated copies of decks out there that are printed and sold for $5 that, you know, it takes a lot of money to print the quality. You know, publishing's not a cheap thing to do. And there are these decks out there that are like $5 that are complete rip-offs, very poor quality card. And some people know that they're using a fraudulent deck and other people don't know. I think one of the things to do is maybe buy it directly off the author or go to their website and have a look at where it's being sold. Like they might have a link to a particular page on Amazon. I kind of really want to kind of emphasize this because a lot of times in spirituality, I've seen over the decades, people rebrand stuff and call it their own. And it's really dodgy, you know. And the bizarre thing I found on this page where this guy's deck's being shared was the post was written, good vibes only, people. Here's this one for you to use for free. And it's like, well, hang on a minute. This is this guy's only source of income. This is this guy's life work. He's given up and sacrificed so much to dedicate his passion to his work. And there you go. Just do it for free and rip it off. And there's nothing wrong with that, is there? Yes, there is, actually, because it's like if I went for a day job. Can you imagine that? I mean, I'm not exactly, you know, Paula Abdul or Jennifer Lopez or, you know, someone like that. But certainly in my town where I live in Melbourne, if I was to go for a day job, Yeah, right. They're just going to Google my name, and that's going to be the end of any prospective interview here. And I, this is my full-time work. I'm very blessed to have psychic, healing, empath work, space clearing, all the things I do, and even freelance writing and presenting at events. I'm very blessed. I'm very grateful to have that as my work. I really am. But that's all I can do because, a lot of the recruiters in this town, they're my clients and they love my work as a reader. That's why they keep coming back. But guess what? They already know me. And I had a joking conversation where I wasn't joking. And I actually said to one of the recruiters, I said, look, I said, it'd be hilarious me trying to get a day job if you were the recruiter and you were recruiting for the company that was thinking of hiring me. And she just laughed and I laughed. And I said, because we know that employer's not going to take a chance on me because my name's immediately recognizable if someone wants to Google it, if someone actually wants to bother. Um, so that's the end of it, isn't it? I said, you're not even going to put me forward, are you? And she says, well, I couldn't. I said, I know. And it's the truth of it. I mean, I don't have a problem with her saying that. It's the honest truth of her situation. She would like to. She actually said, I would like to be able to put you forward, but I actually couldn't. And I said, I know, right? So therefore, someone coming along and ripping off for free a deck of tarot cards that someone has spent decades perfecting and honing the understanding of the metaphysics behind that, when that's all they can do, yeah, it kind of sucks, really. It really, this is often our only income. And it's why I haven't bothered publishing my own deck of cards, because what does copyright mean these days? I mean, fair enough. The thing that's fair enough that most authors are going to find fair enough is if you're doing a reading for a client and you're trying to explain how you came to the answer you're giving, and you use a screenshot of that particular card or the spread of cards that you're using, and you use that to explain how you got to the answer you got. Well, this actual author of decks and cards actually said, well, that would actually be fine. And I agree with that myself. And I've written stuff for magazines and I've been published in a book. Yeah, I wrote a chapter. Hey, woo, there I go, I'm an author. All right. So, um, I would have no problem with someone quoting, what I've said. Not misquoting because that's another kettle of fish here. But to just say use my words as their own, that's another thing that's really bad. So if you sort of look at what you're doing on your spiritual path and you think, oh, it doesn't matter, these people have got lots of money. They probably haven't. They're probably not as rich as you think, but that's not really even the point. The point is what's authentic. And, it's that authenticity that shines through. And that's what actually gives you more energy. And when people are looking to come to you for a reading, if you're ever wanting to be a reader, most people are going to, who want the truth as an answer, are going to want to come to you because they feel that authenticity. How do they feel that authenticity? Well, they're not going to feel it on a fraudulent deck. They're not going to feel it if you think it's okay to rip off someone's work. They're not going to feel that as being fine. And you shouldn't either, because why would you settle for less than the truth of something, or something that's genuine and got the actual original intended energy in it? And like even one of the posts said, oh, look, we've charged these with our own energy after they've laminated these ripped off cards. And it's like, oh, yeah, I don't even know where to start on that one. So it's kind of a really important thing to think about is the reality of what you're putting out, what you're doing. Is it real? What are you offering that's actually a point of difference? Like not just copying everyone else because it's been done like a dinner. I've seen all the different forms of Reiki that came out that were called Reiki this and Reiki something else and Reiki something, Reiki upside down. And really it's just repackaging, rebranding and changing something slightly so that you can trademark it. And I remember one spiritual teacher telling me about 2 decades ago, he referred to it as man. But anyhow, I'm going to rephrase that a bit, paraphrase it. There you go. His name was Bruce Way. And there you want to talk about people taking ideas and doing something with them. It's kind of funny that I'm using him as an example. But, he said, man must have a system or he must create his own. So, basically what that means is that you either have to work within a system that's already existing, or you have to go and create your own. And so I believe in working outside of the system as best you can, within the law, that is, and within spiritual law too. But you see, there's the system again, right? Because what's spiritual law? I guess when people sort of say there's no right and wrong, there's no duality, there's no polarity, and all this sort of thing, I'm just sort of thinking that they're shortcutting on ethics. And there's nothing more important in our field, particularly the psychic field, as ethics. Well, compassion probably first, but that comes into ethics anyway, because if you're doing something ethically, you're going to care. If you're doing something ethically, you're going to speak the truth of something. If there's a difficult aspect to what you have to say to someone, we're going to find a way to give them tools to deal with the difficulty rather than saying, oh, by the way, you get run over by a car. Anyway, good luck with that. No, it's, hey, on Wednesday, you might want to be careful in traffic. And look, if you could just stay off the road, that'd be great. Do you think you could stay home that day? Maybe something like that. Certainly on an eclipse day, if you've got an eclipse going through your sun on the day of the eclipse, and it's your sun that's going through within, a few short degrees, probably would stay home that day. So all those 0 degrees Cancer people on the 21st of June, yeah, you might want to just veg, maybe, if that's possible, or at least if you are out on the road, take more awareness. It doesn't have to be an absolute, knockout situation if you bring the awareness to the situation. So bring the awareness to, is that card deck real? Is that card deck that I'm using real? And is the card deck that reader is using real? And if it isn't, do I want that reading? Because if they're not aware of it, why? Because is there enough discernment there for them to read accurately for you? And if they are aware of it and they don't care, is that really someone that you want to trust with, what's going to be most helpful for you in your life direction? Are they going to be making good choices in their life? Have a think about it. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up and walk out of there. I'm going to first say to them, look, are you aware that deck is a rip-off? And if they say no, I'm going to say, well, look, it is, and I wish you the best, but look, here's your money, bye. I'm actually not going to stay for that reading. And the reason I'm going to give that person the money is because they didn't know. If they did know, and they are very proud and loud about it, I'm going to tell them that I'm still not staying, and I'm not going to pay them either. So neither should you. So, just something to think about. I think ethics are really important, and because we're working in the intangible, people can think that, it's a gift, so it should be for free. Okay, sure, well, you pay my electricity and I'll do this for free for you. You pay my mortgage and feed my children, it'll be fun. That's what I think. Anyway, you have a lovely day. I'll catch you next week, and we'll start talking about fun stuff then. In the meantime, lovely shows ahead on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. Lots of love. Bye.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Angel Guidance by Lisa Shore. Live from PureLoveEnergy.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Angel Guidance
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, welcome to my show, Angel Guidance by Lisa. I am Lisa, and I am a healer. So I practice Reiki healing. I practice it in person, and I also practice it all over the world because Reiki healing is energy, and energy is not confined to a place or even a time. Energy is everywhere, and we can direct it for healing, and that's what I do. And I work with people all over the world. If you'd like to join my Facebook group, Reiki Live, it's REIKILIVE exclamation point. I offer free Reiki sessions on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So if you join my page, you'll get those notifications of when you can join me for a free session. Okay, so I'm also a medium and an intuitive, and I work with people for a variety of reasons. You know, I work with people because they may have anxiety or stress. I work with people if they have some physical issues. Reiki helps with that. I work with people who've gone through transitions and are having challenges trying to figure out what's going on and need clarity. And that's how I'm able to serve so many people. So I want to give you a little guidance for your week coming up. And a few of the messages that came through are about your self-confidence, okay, and releasing your ego. So your self-confidence is when you feel really sure about yourself. And usually it's when you do something really well, or you feel very grounded, and you feel very assured that what you're saying is truth. And so when you're self-confident, you come across to other people as knowing what you're talking about, and you invite them to trust you, okay? Because when you're self-confident, you attract other people into your world that are self-confident too. And why is that important? Because when we're around people whose energy is not confident, if we're around people who are on the fence and wavering about things, can't make a decision, they're going to be swimming around in that sea of uncertainty and never really arrive at the answer they're looking for. So if you're questioning something right now, like, should I go forward with it? Is it something that I can really step into? I have this hint that I need to get out there, or I need to talk to this person about something. I want you to settle in your heart space, okay? What resonates for you in your heart, all right? And know that your self-confidence comes from there. And what I want to say to you is, if you are planning some type of endeavor or a business, or entering into something like a partnership with someone, or want to start something up, or you're applying for a loan, all of those things, I want to tell you right now, for the upcoming week, the funding is there for you, okay? It will be successfully funded, which is wonderful. So I want you to think about that. Your future is going to be laid out as you decide it to be. There's no random thing that's going to happen that's going to just say, yeah, I'm going to give you successful funding for this project. This is how it works. You think about it, you put yourself in the situation of seeing yourself receiving what you want, and then you play it out. The energy will play out with aligned action. So you need to take steps towards it. Now, the other card that I pulled is the Eight of Summer. So this would be an emotional card, something to deal with the heart. This says the desire for a more meaningful life, realizing it's time to move on. And so this may be a major life change for you regarding a job, regarding making a commitment to a person, and or leaving a relationship, or leaving even something that someone you're connected with that is no longer really vibing with you anymore. It's time for this major change for you to move on. So if you're thinking about starting a business, if you're thinking about transitioning something in your personal life, this is the week to do it. So you need to get secure with your self-confidence, all right? know that if you're self-confident, you're going to attract that energy that's going to support those reasons to be self-confident. There's going to be successful funding for you. So whatever you're looking to do, know that the universe is there to provide the money you need for this project. And then you're going to have to decide. Okay, you have to decide to make that change. It's not just going to fall in your lap. Decide to make that change. Okay, so that's your upcoming forecast for the week. I hope that this serves you well. So now I'm going to take a caller, and I have Sophie in Essex, England. Hi, Sophie. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Hi, good. So, Sophie, what's your story today? Why are you calling?
Hello?
Hello, yes, hi. Hello, are you there, Sophie?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, great. Sophie, what's your story today? Why are you calling?
Just basically, I just wanted to see if my dad's around in spirit.
In spirit? So, some people who've passed in your life?
Yeah,
Okay, thank you. Do you have a father figure in spirit?
yeah,
Okay, because I felt like there's a father stepping forward now. Um, I'm seeing him. Is he connect? Can you connect him with numbers or something to do with numbers? I don't know if he worked in a business with numbers, but there's something to do with numbers, and I see him holding like a watch or a stopwatch or some kind of pocket watch. It looks like a watch, like he's looking at the time and he's saying, um, it feels like his time was cut too short on this earth. Like you it feels like there was something unsaid between you two before he left. Would you understand that?
yeah,
Okay, thank you. Because he's affirming that, like, I'm sorry that that's how it worked out, that his plan was not to have it that way. Um, I feel like you had a close connection to him as a small child. Like I'm seeing you as a small girl with with your father, and there was a real close bonding there. Does that make sense to you?
yeah,
Okay, thank you. Because he's showing me that, he's taking me back to that time. And I feel like at that time, he was like your world. Like I'm seeing him being like, he was your light. You know, he was your ray of sun. He was the one who you could look to for answers that you felt comfortable with. Um, he's making me feel like you're looking for that now. I feel like you're not exactly feeling comfortable right now with some of the things happening in your life. Would you understand this?
yeah,
Okay, thank you. So what he's doing, and I'm just so honored to be able to speak with him, is that he's stepping forward to say, Sophie, I'm still with you. You know, I'm still here for you. And I haven't gone anywhere. You don't see me anymore, but I'm still here with you. And I feel like there's times where you're upset, where you're crying, where things are not working the way you thought. And it's like you feel, I'm getting the feeling like you feel alone. Like you feel like, where has everyone gone? Would you understand that?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, thank you. So I'm just bringing this information forward because he really wants you to know. It's like, to me, I'm seeing him hold your hand, like take your hand and hold your hand in the most comforting, loving way. He's bringing his love and peace to you. I feel like he even is bringing it into your heart center. Um, there are times I feel like you notice him. Do you notice his presence?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, thank you. Because it's like I feel like if I was you, I'm feeling you and how this would be. This is how he's showing me this, that you would feel this, feel his presence, like physically, like feel this throughout your body and even in your heart area is where I'm feeling it, where he steps in and he's trying to comfort you and he's bringing his presence in that way. Um,
yeah,
are you, so I'm feeling like also like you're there's something going on. Is there something going on with a job for you, or something that's going on where you're trying to make plans on how you want to move forward? Would you understand that?
Yeah, but not job-wise.
Okay, so he's aware of this. Okay, so it not that he knew about it when before he passed, but he's aware of this, and he's going to be dropping. He showed me like he's going to drop you hints or clues to help you on that path. All right, because it feels like
Yeah.
you need some boost of confidence. You know, it's like he wants to give you that he's reaching his hand out to you, and he wants you to take it. He's going to lift you up. Okay, he's going to lift you up in spirit. He's going to lift you up in your confidence. So he's going to
Yeah.
bring forward this feeling of, I can do it, I can do it, I know I can, he thinks I can, I can. Is this something he would be there, like, is this how he would be for you if he was in
Yeah.
life? Okay, thank you, because he's still that way for you now. Nothing's changed with that. Unfortunately, he can't be there physically for you, but nothing's changed for that. I'm feeling like you may notice certain signs for him. I don't know if he connects to you through birds, but I feel like there's a connection there where you see something and he's like, you connect him, the thought of him with this symbol. It's like I'm even hearing the word, the bird, a wren, W-R-E-N. Do you connect with wrens?
No.
Okay, so I want you to pay attention then for that little bird. Do you know what a wren is? It's a little tiny bird, and it has the most beautiful song, all right? And he's bringing this forward because I want you to pay attention. When you see this, it's going to be obvious, this lovely little bird coming to you. You may notice it. I don't know how you're going to notice it, but it's going to come to you. It's going to be very obvious. You're going to hear this loud song like this bird is a little tiny bird, but it sings like it's a much bigger bird, okay? And this bird is this sign, this message for you is one of confidence, because little wrens will sing at the top of their lungs to show that they believe in themselves and that they have beautiful confidence in themselves. And that's what he's bringing to you too. So pay attention to the little wren. You might notice it's a little brown bird, okay? You might look one up so you know what you're seeing when you see it. You will hear the most beautiful sound when he sings. Sophie, I have to run. I apologize for cutting you short, but I just want to say your dad is with you, and please, you can speak to him in your mind, okay? Thank you so much, my love.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a beautiful day.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, everyone, if you'd like to join my group page, Reiki Live, just find me on Facebook or find me at Lisa Short in Kansas, and I can direct you there.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for New York City Celebrity Psychic with Perry Lyons. Perry Lyons. Live from PerryLyonsBrilliance.wixsite.com/Perry Lyons.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is New York City Celebrity
On
Psychic.
A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, and welcome to Perry Lyons, New York City Celebrity Psychic. As you can see, I've moved into a small palace outside of Paris. I think it's called Versailles, and it's a big place, so they won't find me for at least a year. And when they do find me, my French is so bad that they will take pity on me and let me be Queen of France. So I remember a couple of years ago at the Cannes Film Festival, I was trying to make conversation in French. And I believe I told a very attractive and famous woman that I loved her because she was an eggplant. But she looked, puzzled. But we eventually came to blows. I mean, became friends. Anyway, hi, and welcome to New York City Celebrity Psychic. I'm really glad you all are here today. And so Friday is the solstice and the new moon. And those together, it's a really powerful time for setting intentions and making wishes. So, and what's the difference, you ask? Well, wishes are things that we wish for because we don't know if we'll get them. And, it's kind of like, oh, I'll wish upon a star. Oh, that turned out to be a satellite. But intentions are stronger. Intentions are things that our heart wants us to do, thump, 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 and our liver and our pancreas. And so Friday around sunset, in this new moon, it's a good time to take a couple of deep breaths, and you can gaze at a candle flame. Sometimes that really helps you focus. And something I like to do is sort of do a prayer. It's not a spell, but it's kind of a prayer. And I say, there is one power, whatever you want to call it. And that power is, and I am a perfect manifestation of that power. So I, Perry Lyons, hereby call into my life. You can use your own name when you do this prayer, by the way. And then you state what you want. So I hereby call into my life perfect happiness and fulfillment, specifically in the form of a great PR person, in a perfect exchange of services for the highest good of all, here and now, according to the free will of all, and so it must be. Amen. So if you go back on YouTube and watch this video again, I'll have put up the words to how to do this. It's called a prayer of power. And we have a lovely young lady waiting for us. Darling, do you mind if I just do my tarot weather of the week? Take about 2.5 minutes. Can you wait for a sec?
Yeah.
Oh, great. And hi. You think of what you want to ask. Okay, we're going to do the tarot weather of the week, which I'm randomly going to draw random cards to sort of talk about what I'm going to draw 3 cards to talk about what the kind of psychic weather is this week, what's in store for all of us. Well, that's nice. So the first card, one of my favorite cards to get from myself or a client, is the Ace of Pentacles. I don't know why I'm holding it over here. I've been doing this for years, and I can never get it right. Hi, Dave. I'm sorry. The palace is kind of, I'm still a little lost in this palace. The Ace of Pentacles is a wonderful card. As you can see, it's a hand coming out of a cloud holding a coin. And this usually means, as aces do, aces are good in tarot and poker, it means that there's a cycle beginning of new prosperity, of new happiness, kind of on the earthly plane. So this is about, you might be redecorating, you might be starting a new job, you might be getting a promotion because you looked so good in those Zoom meetings. It might be any one of those, but it is the beginning of a new cycle of prosperity and luck. I mean, I hate to use such a cliched word, but sometimes you got to call them as you see them. Our next card is good news for all the sort of creative types out there. And a shout out to my friend Cassandra Jenkins, who just signed a record contract. Not that there are still records, but you know what I mean. So this card is you can see it's why am I doing this? Sorry. It's completely professional. The Three of Pentacles is when an artistic person often, or a freelancer, or one of us creative types out there, is taking his, her, or others' wares to a corporation or somebody who can give them financial security, like an artist who signs a record contract. If the artist is showing, if you look at this card, you'll see the artist is showing off his beautiful stonemasonry to the people who own the cathedral, who are dressed really strangely. If I owned a cathedral, I don't think I'd dress like that, but I don't. So just a castle. And this means somebody taking their work or their creation to a corporation or someplace that will give them long-term financial security. It is a great card. And thank you for being so patient, darling. And the last card makes a lot of sense because why am I doing this? Sorry. It's a card of somebody who's stuck between two different realities. Not stuck, but I think it's all of us getting adjusted, just as we've sort of gotten used to staying home and staring at the cat. I think things are going to be opening up a lot soon, and we're going to be easing our way into the juggling of this new reality that we found at home, and the new reality that's very good, that's us coming up in the future. So just if you can meditate, pray, just breathe deeply, learn to throw cards. It's very relaxing. It's going to be a fairly easy segue. I've always wanted to use that word. So that's the psychic weather for the week. I hope that works for you. It's true. So anyway, I think it's Anna. Hi, dear. Thanks for being so patient.
Yes.
You got a hi. And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Dinuba, California.
Oh, cool. How's California?
It's pretty hot right now.
Well, so's Annapolis, where I'm right now. Anyway, I'm so glad you called. I like to connect with people by asking what their birthdays are. And you don't have to tell me the date. Don't ask, don't tell. But I would love to know what your birthday is, and then I'd love to know what your question is.
Okay.
So when's your
My
birthday?
You want to know my birthday, right?
Yeah, please, thanks.
Okay. My birthday is May 4th, 1990.
Oh, cool. Oh, we love Tauruses. Sorry, I'll turn this there. There we go.
And then my question was just, I've been feeling like if I've been studying a spiritual awakening, and I just want to know if I'm on the right path to it, or if I'm not even studying my spiritual awakening.
You got a little muffled there for a second. So did you want to know did you say you wanted to know if you were under spiritual attack, or how to connect better with your higher power?
Yes. How to connect with my higher power.
Well, is there any, you don't have to tell me, is there any particular religion that you feel drawn to? Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism, Christianity, Zoroastrianism?
Right now, no. I don't have an actual, I was raised up a Catholic, but I don't attend any church right now.
Okay. Well, I feel that you've actually got a very strong spiritual connection. And I love my friends from all religions. So, but the basis of all religions is to get us just aligned with our higher power. And sometimes the whole God concept can kind of scare us, because some of us grew up with this image of our higher power as this big scary person in sandals. So for a moment, what I'd like you to do is close your eyes and think of somebody or something you just love unconditionally. Do you have a pet that you just, that's somebody you love? So just think, or someone or something. I mean, I sometimes I'll use a pet because it's very easy to love a pet unconditionally because no back talk. Um, so connect to that feeling of unconditional love and bring it into your heart chakra, which is right in the cleavage area. And the heart chakra, when it's really aligned, surprisingly, is kind of green in color. So find the heart chakra is like the size of a baby's beach ball. So it's this baby beach ball inside your chest. Pick any color green and breathe into it and think of this unconditional love. And now send your energy straight up through the top of your head while your eyes are closed and into the universe. And just ask that this energy be joined by the most sacred, beautiful light that's out there. Take a minute, and that light is pure, unconditional love. So feel that energy coming from above and connecting to your energy. It doesn't have to be perfect. Even if you don't think it's working, it's still working. I feel like it's working with you. And now just bring that back into your heart and feel the unconditional love coming down from above. And as you're breathing, think about all the beautiful things that have happened in your life. Think about, just think about nature and the incredible abundance and beauty that surrounds us. And take a moment and just feel grateful for the gift of who you are, because you're very loved by the people around you. I really think your energy is terrific, by higher power. And I think that'll really work for you. How are you feeling now? A little more connected?
Yes, I do.
Good. Cool. I'm very pleased. And I'm just so glad you called. I like your energy so much. And just so you know, there's a couple. Oh, you're welcome. So if you have any questions, just get in touch with me. My name is Perry, like P-E-R-I, like Periwinkle. My last name is Lyons, L-Y-O-N-S, like lions, but with a Y. And like, why is that her name? And if you have any questions, try this for a few days. You don't have to do it perfectly, but the first thing is just close your eyes, think of somebody or something you love unconditionally. If I'm really grumpy, sometimes I'll use the thing I love unconditionally is this locket my great-grandmother left me. I mean, it can be anything. If it just creates that warm feeling in you. And just breathe into your heart chakra, send your energy up, ask that energy to be met by the most positive, unconditional love, and then bring it down into your heart chakra. So let me know how that works, okay? And you've got a really nice year coming up. So I'm so glad you called.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, be in touch soon. I care. All right, my cherished duckling. Thank you. Okay. Now we've got Connie in Kenyon, Ohio. And I know people from Kenyon. Really nice place. I love people from Ohio. Connie sadly was eaten by a giant condor. I hate when that happens. So I had a client call today and say, as many people are saying during lockdown, that she wanted somebody to call her and say how much she meant to them, which is something we all want. And so I shared with her something that I do when I'm feeling, like I want to be paid attention to. I want somebody to call and tell me I'm pretty without me having to pay them. So what I suggested, which is something that I discovered in the last year or two, which really works, is if you have something that you want somebody else to do for you, do it for somebody else. So, oh, Connie, you're back. You were not eaten by a giant condor. I am very glad. And Kenton. Yes, I knew it was Kenton. Because my friend Marty's from right around there. Hi. So I'm just finishing up. And I'll be right with you. Thank you so much for coming back. So, so if you're feeling like you really want somebody to call you and tell you how much they appreciate you, call somebody and tell them how much you appreciate them. I write thank you notes to people once a day, which often confuses them because I'll, pick the addresses randomly off the internet. No, but I'll just write a friend or somebody I've worked with or, somebody I appreciate and just say, hey, a just quick thank you for being in my life. You bring a gift nobody else brings, and I'm so grateful. And then after that, without fail, the phone will be ringing with people saying nice things. So try that. Hi, Connie. Thanks for being patient. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you. All right, my dear. I like to connect with people by asking what their birthday is. So do you mind if I ask what your birthday is? You don't have to tell me the year, just the day.
Okay. I just wondering how my future is going to go.
Well, I'll tell you, if you could just tell me your the day and date you were born, like on March 18th, I connect with people through their birthdays. So what day were you born?
On July 22nd, 73.
July 20th, you said? Cool.
Are you
So
there?
that's kind of, yeah, I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Oh, I'm right here. Got a brand new phone. Got a brand new. There you go. Can you hear me now? How's that?
Yeah, I can
I'm
hear
told.
you. You was cutting in and out a little bit.
Well, I do that. It's a Pisces thing. Okay, my love. Did you say July 20th?
I'm sorry, excuse me.
I'm just going to forge ahead. So let me get a sense of you. Okay.
Oh, July 22nd, 73.
22nd. Okay, great. So you're flat out in Leo. I love Leos. We get a lot of them in this show, and they're just adorable. Do you mind if I ask, are you a brunette? Do you have?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I'm getting you right. And you can just say this. You have very pretty eyes. They're slightly tilted up at the corner, like almond shaped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I gotcha. I can't see Connie, ladies and gentlemen, but I can see her with my heart. Well, you're recovering from a lot, darling. So give yourself some compassion. I feel like the last 6 months has been a bit of a trial for you. But I feel like, so I'm sorry about that. I'm feeling like things are about to get seriously better. And by September, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, wow, I am so much better off. I think there's a relationship that might have ended a few months ago. And whether this is a friendship or a love relationship, I'm not sure. But and I guess this is when things open up again in a couple of weeks, but you got some new people coming into your life. You have some new friends.
Okay. Yeah.
Also,
actually, I ended up with a promotion at work.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I'm so glad. That's what I was going to say is you're very good at your job, and you're very good. It's funny. You're like, how a really good interpreter.
But you got out on me.
I said you're very good at your job. Can you hear me, baby? Okay. What you're really good at, it's like, how an interpreter interprets like French to English or Congolese to English. You're really good at interpreting English to English. If somebody is trying to express themselves and they can't quite, you're very good at figuring out what they're trying to say and communicating it back to them. I don't know if that's a gift you're aware of, but it's definitely a gift you have. You also you're kind of the person people turn to. And by kind of, I mean totally.
Yeah.
You're very emotionally healthy. It's nice. And people rely on your wisdom and your kindness. I think you have some trust issues because you've been so badly hurt in the past. But
Yeah.
when you go back to the workplace, people are going to be glad to see you. And I think because you're a natural leader socially, which is another thing I think you're going to be realizing about yourself this year. So when the workplace opens back up, I think you're going to be the person who like brings in donuts on cupcakes on Friday and organizes like dance breaks for people at work, like um, because you've been feeling a real need for connection lately, and you're
Mm.
going to reconnect with a lot of people soon. And I think you're going to find you're really appreciated. Also, you have a hobby of some kind that you used to do. Um, you might not have done it for a little while, or you might just have taken it back up. But you could turn this hobby into some kind of hide hustle, um, side hustle. Did you used to be good at doing something with your hands, like crochet or macrame? Nobody's done
Yeah.
macrame since 19. Yeah. That would be a nice thing for you to get back into. You've got a really nice sense of color, and it's a nice way of making little, gifts for people, which is something you used to do a lot. And then you really did get badly hurt, but you're such a kind person. So I think the world needs your kindness and your trust back. And I'm not sure where you are right now in the relationship department, but I think around September, actually it looks like around October 4th, you're
Yeah,
either
July, been married almost 2 years.
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Um, I think that you guys are going to either take a really nice vacation together or recommit, or because it feels like there was a little bumpy stretch there for a bit, but I don't know. I think you're going to fall in love all over again. And I'm
Yeah.
so glad. Um,
Yeah, we worked it out and stuff, and now we're good to go. So he's all behind me all the way with my job and stuff. So
with your dogs? Is that? Oh,
he's
that's
he's
great.
behind me
Your
all the way with
job.
my job, my
Uh,
promotion and stuff. So yeah,
that's fantastic. Yeah, he seems like a really good guy to me. And what's nice is I think he used to be a little bit of a playboy, um, and he's not anymore. But it's always kind of a nice feeling
yes,
to tame, to be the one who kind of is so cool that the former wild boy kind of feels like, oh yeah, you know what? I don't have to look anymore. I found it. I found her.
yeah.
And
That's what he
yeah,
said.
yeah. Oh, see,
My
um,
I only have one question though. When I was younger, I always see like premonitions from the future. And when it happened, it's like deja vu all over again. What is that?
It's called being psychic, and welcome to the club. It's actually a lot of fun when you get used to it. It can be a little scary when it first starts appearing. Yeah, you're a gifted psychic. You're a little more of a dream psychic than I am, but you're a gifted psychic.
Yeah.
Nothing to be scared of. What I like to do before I do readings for myself or other people is I just call in some archangels. I call in the Archangel Michael. Whether you're religious or not, the archangels still work. So just if you want to experiment with it, just sit down, call in the Archangel Michael for protection, maybe call in the Archangel Gabriel for messages, and just let yourself relax and ask some positive questions and ask for positive, happy answers. If sometimes at night before you go to sleep, you see like little movies playing out in your eyelids, the inside of your eyelids when you close your eyes, that's totally normal.
Yeah.
Sometimes before I go to sleep, I'll close my eyes and I'll just see sort of people all over the world just kind of, just going about their daily business. And it's nothing rude, but it's all a gift from God. It's a good thing. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But It's a gift, and you've used it.
It was just something I didn't know how to deal with.
Just the best thing to do is ask for Archangel Michael to come protect you, and start tapping into that intuition. I used to, when I first sort of realized that was what was going on, I would occasionally I would buy a scratch-off ticket, and I would always win like $10 to $20 because I'd use that as a way of following my intuition. But it's good. I sometimes check in with my tummy. If I have a decision to make, I'll be like, yes, exactly, you got it. So I'll go down to like my tummy, and I'll say, okay, what's my feeling about this? And I'll get an answer. It's great. You can use it at work. You can use it with relationships. The most important thing is to trust yourself. I mean, don't elbow other people aside saying, I know what's best. Stand aside. But it's one reason that you've been a little shy about owning your leadership skills, because there's something a little tied to the psychic thing. You're like, is it fair? But the psychic thing, it's a blessing, and it's a gift, and you're going to use it wisely. And just get in touch if you need any help with this. I'm happy to. I'm hoping to put together a class like how to be like the DIY psychic. But you're going to be fine. And congratulations on your second anniversary. And look for another big promotion. I guess what I was getting was around end of September, first part of October. And just use on Friday, there's a full moon and a solstice. So use your gift to just think about a couple of things you want to draw into your life, and take some deep breaths and say, I claim these are mine. Thank you. And you'll get them. So I'm so glad you called. I love the people who call into the show. You're all fantastic. Okay, Connie and the rest of my cherished ducklings. Oh, thank you. And come back next to 9 p.m. EST on Moonstruck, Perry Lyons, New York City celebrity psychic. And thank you, Connie. Thank you, Anna. And we'll see you next week.
Psychic Radio, Earth's Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Angelic Connections with Carrie M. Bush. Live from Facebook.com/Carrie M. Bush.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Psychic Radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Angelic Connection
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hey everyone, so welcome to Angelic Connections. I'm your host for today, Carrie Bush, coming from the UK. So how is your week so far? I hope everybody is doing okay and having a really good start to their week. This is, here I go again. Every week I come on and it's just talking about these powerful energies. But this is 2020 for you. You know, it's a very life-changing, powerful, transformational year. And yet again, we have a very powerful energy week ahead of us. When Thursday, we have Mercury retrograde, which can cause a little bit of intense energy and a little bit of miscommunication and a little bit of technology problems. But Mercury retrograde is nothing to fear. It's actually very, very positive. And then on the weekend, we have the energy building to the new moon, solar eclipse, and the solstice. This is happening together. This is very, very rare. So we've got very special energy around, but very, very strong energy around everybody. We are in a huge transformation time. We are shifting in such a powerful, strong way. I'm sure all you guys are feeling it. We are purging. So at times we are having lots of physical symptoms while we release and cleanse anything that is not good for us. We are letting go of those old ways, those old patterns that won't serve us. We are letting go from the past. The eclipse energy can really help us to put closure to the past. And the solstice energy is always a magical, magical time about new beginnings and a new cycle. So we are being asked to cleanse and clear and close this cycle and get ready to begin a whole new cycle. So energy is so strong. Dreams are vivid. You may be finding your sleep is very erratic, like you might be sleeping really, really well. And then at other times, you know, that you're struggling to get any sleep at all. Pay attention to your dreams right now, because dreams are messages. Very strong messages. The veil is very thin. The connection to spirit world is very, very strong right now. So do pay attention to your dreams. We could be feeling emotional, everybody, because we can get this with an eclipse anyway, but actually we're just about to start Cancer season, and Cancer is a water sign and can be quite emotional. So if you have any buried emotions related to the past, any painful memories, these are probably going to show up under this energy. This is what eclipses are all about. Eclipses are about the light and the darkness and closure and moving forward at a very high transformational time. So if you do get emotional, make sure you allow those emotions to flow. Don't suppress the emotions, because actually tears are very, very cleansing. So the main message at the moment is we are coming into alignment. All of our chakras are being healed. They are being cleansed of all junk, any debris that's been sitting there, any painful emotions that have been sitting in that chakra area are being cleansed and cleared, so you can come into alignment. So the message that you need to take right now is be gentle with yourself. Go slow and literally one day at a time under this energy. One day you're going to be feeling really, really good and high vibe and energy through the roof. And the next day you might find you're the total opposite. You've got no energy, you've got upset belly, you've got headache, you know, you've got a lot of ascension symptoms going on. And this is why it's so important to stay present right now. Stay in the present moment. That really is going to be your power space. So with such a powerful week, I felt guided to do us all a little mini reading. So I've pulled some cards just before I came on air from the Angel Prayers Oracle Pack. So our first card out and our first message in our little mini reading is don't hate, meditate. This is really important at the moment because, like I'm saying, energy is so high. I'm sure each and every one of you are experiencing this right now. And it's quite common for anger to rise, irritability to rise around you or around others around you. And this is your message to come from the space of love, to remember to meditate. Meditate is going to ground and balance your energy. We should all be up in our meditation. I've said this on previous shows, you know, meditation is key right now under all of this energy that we are navigating. And coming from our heart space is absolutely vital. So if you feel anger arising in you, if you feel irritable, if you feel like things are getting too much, you're frustrated, or you're feeling this from anyone around you, meditate. It's going to bring your energy back to center. It's going to connect you to your light body. So that's a really strong message. Our next message, everybody, is the inner power card. Again, very, very powerful for the energies right now. The more that you can connect to your personal power, the more that you are just going to ride through these energies. You're going to breeze through these energies. You're going to feel the energies. Of course you are, because we're energy beings. When energy is high like it is now, we are all going to feel energy. But it's feeling energy is one thing, and letting it kind of challenge you and get to you and cause you upset and cause you to lose your way on your path is not what we want. So remember your inner power. You've got this personal inner power within you. It's very strong. And light codes are being activated within you all the time now, especially when you're sleeping. So connect to that inner power. It's going to keep you balanced. Our next card out, everybody, is live your joy. We need to be happy. This is the end goal. You know, we're getting rid of all this past. We're putting closure to anything that makes us unhappy, anything that does not bring us joy. We need to be jumping for joy. Life is so short. Life is a gift. Tomorrow isn't always promised. So we need to be living our joy. We need to be bouncing with energy. And this is why this huge transformation is here. So don't feel this transformation is out to get you, or the energy is out to get you, or everything's going wrong. Because even though it can feel that way under such strong energy, in fact, everything is going right. Everything is leading you to live your spiritual joy. Our next card out is the miracle of prayer. Again, like I was saying, the angel connection and connection to source is so powerful right now. It's so strong. So connect to prayer. Remember to keep asking for what you need. Prayer creates miracles. Worry creates more worry and stress. We don't want this stress on your shoulders. We want this gone. We want this baggage and this weight lifted from you. And prayer can really help you. Connecting, asking, instead of letting things get on top of you. Our next card out, everybody, is clear your vibes. This is what's happening at the moment, everyone. Our vibration is being cleared and cleansed. All of our chakras are being cleansed to be lit up. We are coming into spiritual balance. This is why the energy is so strong. It's a very strong, powerful process. But if you flow with this process and trust it, it leads you somewhere absolutely spectacular. So you are having a big internal cleanse right now. And I'm sure you're all feeling it very, very strongly. But it's so positive. This needs to happen. We can't move forward when we're carrying so much baggage. We can't go into our new powerful energy if we're holding on too tight to our old energy that just weighs us down, that doesn't create the right patterns for us going forward. So vibes are clearing. You are raising vibration to such a huge level. And this is occurring as each of our chakras are being activated with new energy and cleansed and cleared of this old energy. So our last card in our reading is the spiritual gifts. This is where we're being led to, everybody. Our spiritual connection, awakening to our spiritual gifts, awakening to our inner power, coming from our heart space. Third eye activations, being the clear channel. the clear channel to spirit. This is what the aim is. This is where we're going to. And this is why it's such a powerful process. And we feel it on such a deep level, because what is happening is mind blowing right now. You get the chance to evolve completely. You are connecting to your divine light. And although it can feel quite challenging at times, it is so powerful. So get ready to come into your spiritual gifts. I'm sure that you're finding that they're raising already, and your connections are growing stronger and stronger by the day. Just remember, if you feel challenged under this energy, get connecting to your angels, get meditating, and look after your energy, and you will be fine. You will be fine. This is so worthwhile. This process is strong, but where it's going to lead us to is going to blow your mind. So worthwhile. So I think we have a caller on the line now. I think we have Christina on the line from Tampa. Are you there, Christina?
Hello?
Oh, hello, Christina. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, that's great to hear. How can I help you?
Um, I don't know. You just said you give a free reading. I don't know what to ask for.
Yeah, so that's fine. So you would just give some guidance, shall we, from the angels?
Am I what?
I'll just give you some guidance from the angels. I'll get what I pick up for you, shall I? Just a general reading.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to pull some cards to get a connection to your energy, and then we will go with what comes through for you. So let's pull Christina
Okay.
some cards. Okay, let me just lay these out. Okay, Christina, you get the balance, the work, rest, and play. So this is telling me straight away that you are quite tired at the moment. When I connect to your energy, I get a sense of you being quite worn out, a little bit run down. Would that be right, Christina?
I've been what? I'm sorry.
Tired and run down at the moment. I feel like you've got like your energy's a bit low.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the card that is telling me that you're coming back into balance, Christina. And this is where you've got to get a good balance with all areas of your life. So you need to get a better balance with your personal life, your work life, and everything around you so that it's in balance. You are coming into your new beginnings, Christina. So you've got a new cycle opening up, and you are about to bloom. I feel there has been some frustrations around you, Christina, with your manifestations. Like maybe you're a bit frustrated because you're not seeing progress. Is that how you're feeling right now?
Yeah.
And I think this is the angels are telling me this is partly because your energy is quite low and you need to get more balance, but it's also because you're switching over energy. So you are, although you're not seeing your manifestations now, you are about to see them come through. They are going to come through. Though everything that you've asking for is coming your way. But I feel like you need to get your energy back into balance. So you need to work on your chakras. A couple of your chakras feel a little bit out of balance, and that can have a great effect on your energy. I don't feel that you've been sleeping too good either, Christina. Would that be right?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, lots of salt baths. Do you have sea salt baths? These are very good before bed. If you can get some sea salt and a crystal into your bath, that can help with your sleeping. I feel that you are on quite a big spiritual journey. I feel that you're taking the first steps forward to really awakening to your spiritual self. And this is really beautiful energy, but it's really heavy energy. And I feel like you're being woken up in the night, Christina. I feel like spirit are waking you up in the night. I don't know if you felt that, but I feel that there's messages for you coming. So do pay attention to your dreams. Really important. But I feel that you're awakening to your spiritual purpose, and you've got beautiful changes coming. It's a very strong transformational time for you, Christina, which means that you're right on track, because that's what a lot of the collective are going through at the moment. So expect to see big changes. The frustration will go if you work on your energy a little bit. This energy just feels slightly out of balance, but there's definitely a need to have more fun in your life, and there's definitely a need to work to balance your personal and work life. I feel like it's hectic. Does it feel like you've got a lot on your shoulders at the moment, Christina?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it feels hectic to me. It feels quite chaotic, but when you balance your chakras, you are really going to notice a big difference. There is a little bit of imbalance there. I feel like you've also been through quite an emotional time in your life, and I feel that you're actually in the process of healing from that. So you would have had something happen in your life that was quite difficult and left you quite emotional.
Yeah, I just had a baby.
Okay, so that makes total sense, doesn't it? Very hormonal. And again, this now makes perfect sense that your chakras would be out of balance a little bit because uh, pregnancy and birth is very hard on the body, isn't it? So do
Yeah.
some chakra work. Go and do a meditation, chakra meditations, and that energy is going to raise. But you've got new beginnings. What you're asking for is coming. So I hope that helps you.
Thank you.
And you take care.
You too.
Okay, so now we're going to go to our second caller. I believe we've got Chloe on the line from Dorset. Are you there, Chloe?
Hello. Yeah, hiya.
Hiya. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. You?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. So how can I help you?
I was just wondering if you had, I don't know how this works, so you're gonna have to, do I ask you a question and go from there?
If you've got a question on your mind, you can ask that, or if you just want like a general guidance, then I can do that.
I just wanted to see if my nan had come through or anything.
Okay, so I've got the heaven cards here. I'll pull these for a connection, and we'll see where we go with it. So let's see.
Thank you.
Chloe. Okay, let me lay these out. Okay, yes. So your nan's energy is very much around you. She's showing me a ring as a connection, and she's also giving me an emerald, or it's some sort of green crystal. I don't know if you've got this. If you haven't got this, have you got one?
What's that, sorry?
A green crystal.
A green crystal. No, I don't have it.
Get a green crystal, because then she's giving you this. She wants you to have this for healing. There's been something around you. She's saying, I get the intuition is strong, and she's reaching out to help you. So there's something around you right now that you've been asking for guidance on, you've been asking for help with. Your intuition is strong. I do feel like you feel your nan around you. Would that be right?
Yes, yeah.
You feel her energy quite strongly. She's saying, that you're very in tune. You are an old soul, she's saying, and you're very strong intuitive abilities. She's been showing you loads of signs. So I I get this sense that you've been asking for some help recently. There's something that you want to move on from, or some area that you want some help with, and she's bringing that help to you. She's saying that you are crossing over to a new time. So this is a new beginning for you, but she's with you. And she's also saying about stars. So I don't know if you've been going outside, like wishing on stars, or if stars connect with your nan somehow, but she's giving me lots of stars around you.
Yeah, that makes
Inner
sense.
voice. Oh, it does. Brilliant. Inner voice is coming up again. So that's two cards, inner voice. So this is telling me that you've got spiritual gifts. You're an intuitive person, and your gifts are coming through very, very strongly. Or if you've already attuned to your gifts, then they will be going up to a new level. She was very connected as well, wasn't she, your nan?
Yeah, she was, yeah.
Yeah, she's telling me, just like me, you take after her. She was very in tune and very wise. She's showing me an owl, so it's almost as to say we're like wise owls. You hold a lot of wisdom within you, and she's really helping you on your journey. Nature. Nature is where you connect to your nan in a big way, and where you hear messages quite clearly. So make sure that you're spending lots of time in nature, because that's where her energy is very strong. Also in your bedroom, she's saying, she's laughing and saying she's in your bedroom a lot. So I don't know if you felt her in your room at night time. Have you felt her?
Yeah, kind of. More recently, yeah, I have.
Okay, so she's saying she's coming through strongly for two reasons. Number one, you can feel her on a stronger level because your vibrations raising and your intuitive abilities are getting stronger. And number two, she says, I'm coming through to help you with your big changes, because you've got something big on its way, something that's been in your heart for a very long time, something that you've been wanting and kind of dreaming about. She's bringing this change to you. So she's stepping forward. She's always been around your energy, but at time of big changes, they will step forward even more strongly. She wants you to believe in your abilities because she believes in you. So she's saying, believe in yourself. You know, these are strong abilities that you possess right now. You need to believe in yourself. You're about to take flight on something very big. And she's saying, she's around you a lot. I don't know, she's showing me a pot of tea as well, so I don't know if you can take this message or you just like tea, but she's showing me a pot of tea, and I'm almost seeing a really fancy teapot, like a china teapot and a china tea set. So perhaps you used to have tea with her with that kind of cup and saucer. I don't know if that's a memory. Okay, yeah, she's showing me that, and she's showing me that memory, and she's smiling. She loves you so much. I feel that you had a very close bond, but she's with you all the time, sending you so much love, and she's going to make your dreams come true. She's bringing wonderful changes for you into your life. I've got to pull you another card now from a different pack because she's telling me. So she would have been quite a strong personality, Chloe.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, she's saying she needs another card.
Yeah.
Bless her. She's a strong energy, but beautiful energy, beautiful, quite old school energy, but really special. So look at this. We get the reach for the stars, Chloe, and she was just talking about stars. You deserve only the best, and this is all you should focus your attention on. So this is her message to you. You connect to one another through the stars. Stars seem to be very important around your energy field. And she's saying, believe in yourself. This is a strong message from her. Believe in yourself, reach for the stars, and you know, everything is coming your way. Cleanse your energy. So there will be, you need to just give yourself a bit of a cleanse. This is kind of right for everybody at the moment because the energy is strong, and I'm sure you're feeling that, Chloe, how strong this transformational time is. But your nan's saying, don't you have any worries, don't you have any fears, cleanse that away, get rid of that, because she said, I'm by your side and I'm leading you to somewhere amazing. So this is the lovely energy. This relationship is just beautiful, and you know, she's by your side in your bedroom a lot, Chloe, while you're sleeping, and you know, touching your face. She's saying she's stroking your cheeks a lot. So I don't know if you're feeling like a bit of a brush on your cheeks, but she's saying that's me. She's doing that to your energy, really loving energy, and she's blowing kisses. She's blowing kisses to you, and she's saying kisses to all. So maybe she would like kisses to go to all the family as well. So lots and lots of kisses from heaven to you, and she's going to light up your path ahead. You've got beautiful times coming and absolutely nothing to worry about. So let go of worries. She's saying don't have them on your shoulders. They're not needed.
Thank you.
She's also given me the name Maureen. I don't know if that connects to anyone you know, but she's
Maureen.
just.
Oh my goodness, that's her name.
No.
That's her name.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I love it. I've gone so cold, Chloe. She just, as I was going, she
Oh,
said, tell her Maureen. So there you go.
yeah,
This is
Maureen,
definitely
that's the
your
name.
nan. Oh, I love it. I love it. And she's got such strong
Yeah,
energy. Just before I was going to get ready to go, she just literally
yeah,
said, tell her Maureen. So my hairs are
Maureen, yeah,
all
that's the
standing up
name.
on my hairs are standing up on end. Get yourself that green crystal, any green crystal, and have that on you. That's going to be your connective stone to your NAM.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're
That was
so
amazing.
welcome, Chloe. You take care.
Brilliant. Yeah, thank you so
Okay.
much. Bye.
Bye. Oh, I love that. I love the way that spirit work is just so beautiful, isn't it? So for anyone who's listening, who's lost anyone and got relatives or loved ones in heaven, please know that they're always around you, always. I know that it can feel like you can feel lost at times. I remember feeling lost myself after losing my mum and dad, but honestly, they're always around us. And that reading just shows, doesn't it? You know, just before we were going there, she's like, tell her Maureen, and that is her name. So, you know, this is very special. The connections are so strong at the moment. So talk to your loved ones, talk to the angels. They are hearing everything you say, and they are helping you to the next level of your life. So if you want to find me, I am on Facebook at Carrie M. Bush. I'm also on Instagram at Carrie Marie Bush. I'm on Twitter. I have a spiritual soul group on Facebook. It's a monthly subscription group, but it is very good if you need that extra help or you want to connect with me and your soul family on a deeper level. So that's the Spiritual Soul Family group on Facebook. I've also got journals and children's books on Amazon, Carrie M. Bush, so go check them out too. I love connecting with you all. I love the high energy at the moment for connecting. And I am wishing each and every one of you the most beautiful, magical week. Enjoy this energy. Don't fear this energy. Embrace this energy. Stay positive. Look after your vibration. Look after your mindset and enjoy that solstice. Solstice energy is like one of the best times of the year. So I'm sending love and light to each and every one of you. And I will see you next week.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Insights into Consciousness with Anna Olson. Live from AnnaOlsonIntuitive.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Insights into Consciousness
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Anna Olson. I'm your host tonight on this segment on A1R Radio tonight. Insights into Consciousness with Anna Olson. I'm going to just go into some readings. First thing tonight, I just wanted to drop a couple of lines about some things that have been interesting to me lately, and that is just that we're having published works of and writings of these books that have pretty much told the world that in 2020 that the COVID was going to come in. They didn't say COVID specifically, but they did say a virus that's similar to pneumonia, and we've had these pictures passed around. So, I really like that in this day and age, we have social media where people can really share what they see as interesting rather than leaving it all up to CNN, Fox News, NBC. As great as it is to get, news from all sources, I really like that people can just take a picture of a book they have and post it everywhere, and it can be spread around the world 3 times around. So that's been happening, and I'm really excited about that. And I really love that, these psychics, whatever you want to call them, intuitives, people who have a good message from spirit are being able to spread the message that people need to know. These are the important things, the spiritual things that everybody else seems to leave out. So, I'm just really happy about that. So a lot of people have known that this was going to come for a long time. There are people who have been preparing because they listened to intuitives. They listened to psychics. They knew that in 2020, we were going to have a pandemic, that we were going to need to stock up on things that we need, that we were going to, a lot of people bought seeds and all sorts of really great things that will help prepare them. I don't know if they stocked up on toilet paper, we'll see. But by any means, I'm just really happy that people can be prepared that way, and that intuitives and readers are getting the credit they deserve. And I just read in an article online that, from a very reputable source, a reputable big newspaper, was it the New York Post? I'm not 100% on that source, but I know that it was about how mediums are the new life coaches, the new therapists. Now, of course, if you have a mental illness of some sort, or like a depression or anxiety or something like that, you do need your specialist that will help you with, the medical treatment on that. But really, mediums are coming out as the new big coaches. So, I'm really happy to see these things coming about, and that people are really adding spirituality to their treatment and to what they need. It's been a great, great experience for a lot of people. And I have noticed that there's a lot of healing that goes on when I do a medium reading for people. And they are grieving, and they've done all their work with their therapist, with their psychologist. They have worked with a psychiatrist or whatnot to get to where they need emotionally that way, and with their brain chemistry. And then they can come to me, and we can work together to really close some doors that are still open to them, that they're grieving with, and that they're really experiencing a lot of grief. So, it's been a great learning experience for me, and I'm happy that as a medium I can really help them close those ties and speak to their loved ones and get the information that they need to really feel like now they can just complete that grieving process. So that's been something that I've been really happy about, happy to do with people. I love to go through this process with people. I know what grief is like. I have experienced it. And for those who are grieving, I just, want to send a message out there that things do get better, that grief is hard. It is very difficult, but it's one of the most immense learning experiences spiritually and mentally that we can experience in this life, and that it is a great experience to be able to go through the process, especially when you're really dealing with it. Now, I'd always warn people against any sort of trying to self-medicate when they're grieving. When I hear that somebody starts drinking or they start trying to, medicate themselves in different ways that we know is going to exacerbate that depression issue. We know that alcohol is a depressant. We know that if somebody's depressed, they should not actually be drinking because that is a depressant. So really, I feel like it's good for people to know there are other modalities. They don't have to talk a lot about it. They can sit down and say nothing, and we can do a reading, and that will help. So Carly in Vancouver, Washington, I have her on the line now, and I'd love to do a reading for Carol. Carol. Carol, are you on the line?
I am.
Hi, how are you tonight?
I'm fine. How about you?
Doing great.
Okay.
So what would you like to focus on tonight? Is there a specific question?
A loved one that passed away.
Okay. When did they pass?
Pardon me?
When did they pass?
March 16th.
Okay, so this year, March 16th?
Uh-huh.
Well, that was pretty recent, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing, I'm getting a male presence.
Yes.
And, it's interesting because I feel like it's, the interesting thing is that I feel like it's a son, but I'm not exactly sure on son.
Yeah, he's my grandson.
Okay. So did you raise him most of the time, or were you really close to him?
Yes, I partially raised him.
Okay. So that's why I'm getting son, but it wasn't all, that's where we're kind of getting that kind of hazy description of son. But the first thing that I'm seeing is that he was working really hard when he passed on a lot of things that he'd been dealing with for a long time. And I see some heartbreak in his past. I'm wondering, did he suffer from depression? Or, it just seems like he was working so hard. And I'm getting that. Now, this is what's good about this transition into the spirit world for your grandson, is that I really do feel like it was the right timing, and that he did the work he needed to do before he passed. It may, anytime that we have somebody in our family who's younger than us pass, it feels very wrong. It feels unfair. It feels like it should not happen that way. But I do feel that he fulfilled his life contract.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm seeing heartbreak. I'm seeing heartbreak before he passed.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering, did he see, I keep seeing like a substance in the body that affected his body, maybe like what would be like considered maybe painkiller, opioid, something that would, cause him to feel kind of sleepy or And so was it an issue with the way that he was trying to deal with his depression or his heartbreak? Was he trying to self-medicate, or is it perhaps like an overdose?
No, it wasn't an overdose, but he was, drinking a lot and smoking pot, and he actually was murdered.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes.
Oh, so sorry for your loss. It seems like, that's a very personal thing. So I did kind of get that may have happened. And I always let the person let me know. Now, did he have a relationship with somebody? Was he in a relationship when he passed?
He was in a relationship, yes.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that there's a lot of heartbreak there, but that there may be some things that that she may know about what happened. Was she there, or was she?
No, she wasn't there. They had called her, and she went there after he was pronounced dead.
Okay, because I feel her presence there, and I really feel like she's really suffering a lot over this, and that the connection with her. Are you close to her?
Yes.
Because I feel like that connection to her is going to help everybody grieve, that she can really be part of the family and be almost like a new part of your family now, because she's going to really need a lot of the support. And then you guys, you and the family can really accept a lot of insight from her on the death, or before, before he passed. So I do feel like I see that his cup was full. So when I see that his cup is full, I'm seeing that he did everything actually that he needed to do before he died. So he knew his time was coming. I don't know if he had an idea that this person was wanting to harm him, or if he had some kind of premonition, but I feel like he closed those doors that he may have had open. When we talk about feeling loose ends, he tied up those loose ends before he passed, because I feel like he knew he was going to pass. When people are nearing their contractual death date, they know it inside, they know it deep down. And I believe that he did some things before he died to close those things up. Are you aware of any of those things? Did he call you? Did you have conversations with him about this?
No, I wouldn't, but I'm sure his girlfriend would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It may be helpful for you guys to ask her, because I feel like she's still in shock. She's not talking a lot about it right now, but when she's ready, the more that she can talk about it and start to verbalize what she experienced before he passed, the more you can learn from her and get more information about his readiness and some of the things, the way he was behaving beforehand. And I think that'll be very healing, because he was aware, and I think it's very comforting for loved ones to know that that these things sometimes are planned, and that there are times where they really are ready, and that you'll see signs of them around. So did he have a tattoo?
He did, yes.
Was it like a cross or something?
I don't know if he had a tattoo cross, but he had one with his little brother's name.
Okay. Because I'm seeing that something within the tattoo and the sign of the cross is going to be how he communicates with you and your family. So when you see, either the cross, the sign of the cross, or the tattoo design that he had, that's going to be you guys knowing that he's with you. Like, let's say at family events, or when you go out in nature, when you're thinking of him, this is going to come through, and he's going to be there with you. And that's how he's going to let you know he's around.
Yes.
You can look for that. And that's his sign to you that he's with you. He's watching out for you guys still. You can talk to him anytime you want. And he is, what's really interesting is that I'm seeing him being a very powerful person.
Yeah.
It's like his heart is very powerful. Like, he would really give you wisdom if you were having a rough time. It's almost like he usually didn't say a whole lot about it, but when you're having a rough time or something, he would have such amazing insight and power in his messages and the way that his intention would come through.
Yes. Can I ask you a question? Does he
Yes.
say anything about being with family members?
Really just that he's there with everybody in the family while they're grieving, that he's observing, he knows that you're hurting, he is praying for you guys, he is there by you, comforting you. And when you start looking for those signs, you'll see it as proof and confirmation, because I feel like people really need that proof.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's how he'll come through and let you know that he's there.
Thank
People
you
need
very
their
much.
You're so welcome. I'm so sorry for your loss. And, you know, if you need anything else or you want to extend the reading, you can always reach me at my contact info is on my website. It's AnnaOlsonIntuitive.com, and it's at the bottom of the screen. But I thank you so much for calling in, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Have a wonderful night.
You too.
Thank you. So next I have Raven from Little Rock, Arizona. Raven, how are you tonight? Hi, Raven. We're going to get her back on the line. I think we lost contact with her. Sometimes cell phones drop out. Right now I'm pulling Raven's cards. Hopefully we can get her back. And so far, it's really interesting because I have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is depicting somebody in a bind or basically bound into a predicament, or they're not able to see very clearly what's going on. It's kind of hard to see in this light and with the glare, but there's basically a girl in a dress, and she has a blindfold on, and she has her hands tied behind her back, and she's bound behind basically like a wall of swords. There's a bunch of swords surrounding her. So that's the first card that I have for her. And then we also have the Fool here. So we're working on getting her back on the line. First thing I want to go into with the Eight of Swords is that it has quite a few meanings. So first of all, usually, at least for this reading, what I'm getting, if Raven's listening, is that the Eight of Swords is a card that will depict, it could be many things, but for her reading, I'm feeling like it is indecisiveness. Can't really see which way to go at the moment, needs a little direction, kind of stuck in a situation. Sometimes you see this with people who are stuck in a marriage, financially bound, in debt, or sometimes you'll see this within people who have a loss of power, people in prison or who have been in prison for some time, and when they get out of prison, they're not really able to know how to start over again, or they tend to basically have a whole lot of issue moving on. Well, it looks like we have Tiffany in St. Paul, Minnesota. I guess we lost Raven, unfortunately. How are you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How would you like to start your reading tonight? Do you have a question or a topic?
Well, I don't know. Not specifically, I guess. I'm just kind of wondering what my next step is. I'm not sure what I should be doing in general.
Right. Okay, that's interesting because before we got you on the line, we had unfortunately had a dropped caller, but I had been pulling, I pulled the Eight of Swords, and I had been just talking about indecisiveness for the next person on the line. This is how spirit works. So I got an indecisive and not quite sure what to do next. So did you say this was for career or just in general?
Just in general, in life. You know,
okay. Yeah, so the Eight of Swords depicts somebody who's blindfold. They're not sure where to step, where to go, what the next move is. They're bound a little bit. So the goal in the reading now would be to get you unstuck. And we have the Fool that came up next. So I was just showing, the card that depicts the Fool, where you're a little more. I see the way I'm feeling this. Coming through is the Fool is depicting being more fly by the seat of your pants, make more sacrifices, kind of like, not be so reserved in your decisions or afraid. So it would be more about really branching out and taking some risks.
Okay.
And that's what I'm getting for your reading. So this would really, I'm feeling more like this is career for you. Is this making sense?
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. And, I feel like there's even someone who could, I'm getting the High Priest now with the cards. And I really feel that there is somebody who could guide you into a new career or a career change of some sort, or just even staying where you are, but being able to be promoted.
Okay.
So there would be a man who would be able to assist you in that and give you some counsel on that. And it's just about coming forward and asking, or really considering your options a little more, and then making some more moves. And that's what I'm getting there. Do you have any questions so far?
No, not really. Because I was really thinking about going back to school, and like that would change everything, for like what I do now. Well, I'm laid off right now, but I'll be going back to work soon, hopefully. But I've been tossing the idea of going back to school around, and I just maybe I should just take that chance.
Yeah, that's what I was getting with the counsel from this person. I'm getting that very well could have been, education, continuing your education, going forward, in a new area of your career or a new career altogether. So that would absolutely fit into what this is saying here. And so then the next option would just be, okay, what would you go into? How long would you be able to go to school? And if you wanted to further your education, what major would you go into? So I'm really feeling like you're drawn towards the life sciences and serving people, caring for people.
Yeah.
Do you have experience in that now?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have experience in that right now?
Well, I did a lot of customer service and stuff like that, and I have a couple close friends that do have some nice nonprofits that serve the community. So, a little bit.
Yeah, I really think that you could go into something that serves others, takes care of people who need, a little extra help, or, like maybe even like rehabilitating people in some way.
Okay.
Yeah. And, it's interesting because I'm also kind of getting a little bit of your relationship. I feel a lot of indecisiveness, like you're just not sure where to go next.
Yeah.
So there's relationship, and then I even see location. Were you thinking about moving?
No, actually.
Okay, because I feel that might be an option that would help you right now to relocate.
That actually makes sense. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it, but I mean, it does make sense.
Yeah, and that's why we do this. We kind of bring up things that will, really help you to start thinking a little more along the lines of the right path. And here we go a little bit more with the taking a risk, and, and moving a little bit bigger moves, where it's really going to make a difference in your life. Yeah. So that's the main focus, I think, for your reading today, is just, really doing things that are a little more risky, little scary at first, a lot more work at first, but they're going to yield a big return once you get there.
Okay. Yeah, and I've been real cautious as of lately, so I should probably step out of my little comfort zone.
That's right. Yeah. Stepping out of that comfort zone makes the biggest moves. And then you have a new comfort zone where you're so much happier.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
really, that's what I want to see you do now. I'm just going to ask you kind of a personal question, and I'm sorry if it's too personal, but it's coming up in the
Yep.
reading, and that is, have you ever had like an addiction issue or anything like with alcohol or anything like that you've dealt with?
My dad was an alcoholic, and I've been drinking a lot more lately.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that would kind of make some sense. I've been drinking more than I usually do, for sure.
Okay. Now, with no judgment totally aside, I'm just seeing that that's basically something that's going to sort of stop you from making more progress. And it's kind of, it's just kind of what people do when they're bored, or they're just like, what do I do next? And they kind of start resorting to those habits to, like, just it's sort of like a way to pass the time, and it's a way to people socialize. But I'm seeing for you especially that can really stop your progress, and that it's probably better to scale back to like maybe close to zero alcohol.
Okay.
For you. Yeah. And that's just what Spirit's telling me, because they love you, and all your spirit guides, your ancestors, your all the angels, they love you, and what they want to see for you is the best possible outcome. And I see that there's they're holding up like a big old chest of gold. They're basically saying there's all of this stuff here for you, as long as you just know you're worth it and that it's here for you. It's always been here for you. We just need you to know that you're worthy of it, you're capable of it, and it's absolutely possible, and it's here waiting for you. And it's like they're waiting for you, where there's all this money and opportunity and a lot more happiness.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
what Spirit wants you to know. Yeah, this is all good stuff. So I'm just out of time. Thank you so much for calling in. I really hope that you have a great night. And you can always reach me, AnnaOlsonIntuitive.com, if you'd like to continue. So I hope you have a great night. And if you need anything else, let me know.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hey, you're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So tonight, it's interesting because I didn't know I was going to get a call to do a medium reading. And we had, this really emotional medium reading for a grandmother who had lost her grandson, who was also very close to her, who she raised, which is like a son. And, I just love how Spirit works. Spirit can tell anybody in their intuition what's happening, what's going to be the next step. And I just urge everybody to tap into that. You can pray and figure out or meditate, however you do it, how you best to kind of really tap into your own intuition, use your own discernment to move forward. So again, AnnaOlsonIntuitive.com is my website. I'd love for you to reach me if you'd like more information. I'm also on Facebook at Anna Olson Intuitive. Your best bet is my website, but I do check both. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week. I'm here every week, Thursdays, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time and 9:30 Eastern Standard Time here on A1R. I'm Anna Olson with Insights into Consciousness. And I thank you so much, and I will see you later.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for Guidance with Glennis. With Glennis Ewing. Live from the tranquilroom.com.au.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Guidance with Glennis
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi there, everyone. Guidance with Glennis here again at the Tranquil Room in Albury in Australia. Well, how amazing was last week with our beautiful guest Beth Elaine Haynes. I'm always honoured when Beth is happy to jump on board with me because she just brings so much to the table and so much awareness. You know, she's such an incredible mentor for me. And I just love being able to have her on. And in fact, you know, I'm going to get her to come back on next week and I'll explain. Today, I want to open up this session with spirituality and religion. And what that's about is it's different things to different people. You know, so for me, spirituality can be a form of it's the importance of attuning to an inner life. You know, where religion, and these are all my own personal views, religion is a form of organised religion, as in a faith in a church, you know, whether it be Catholic or Anglican, you know, anything like that. It just, that's a form of religion, where spirituality to me is where you connect to a higher dimension, you know. So for me, it's that, it's the sacred meaning of life, desired for connectedness, which is so important, and it's a transcendence of self. You know, I'm always seeking a connection with something bigger than myself. And with that comes an increase in positive emotions. You know, it's phenomenal just when you really connect with other. It's incredible. So it's you know, it brings moments filled with peace and love and ease, contentment. So, you know, it really is an emotional and a spiritual well-being overlap when you're looking at the two different parts of whether it be religion or spirituality. Now, I've just made some notes here, which I'm going to read out to you because it's really important, even for other psychics that are possibly listening to this today. I feel that there is 7 spiritual needs that we all need. And you don't have to be a psychic to have all this, but I feel as psychic, I definitely need these for me personally. And the first one is, one of my spiritual needs is to experience the healing and empowerment of love. And that's not just from others, but it's also from myself. So it's like really working on my inner self. Number 2 is to experience transcendence. So it's moments beyond the immediate sensory spheres. You know, it really is that moment of going further out. And for me, that happens every time I meditate. I just go further out. It's incredible. Number 3 is have a virtual beliefs that bring hope amongst loss, tragedies and failure. It's that old saying of there is always a silver lining. It doesn't matter how bad the tragedy is or the loss, there will always be a silver lining. And I find that having that attitude helps me so much regardless of what I'm going through in life, you know, the mundane of running the business. You know, if I have a bad day, there will always be something in that bad day. And believe me, it's not a whole 24 hours of a bad day. It could be just a couple of, you know, trying to connect with the internet. You know, that can make you feel like, oh, God, I've had such a bad day because of the internet. But it's only been for a few hours. It's not a whole day. So the silver lining is, you know, it only lasted 3 hours and that's okay. You know, I've still had 21 hours of greatness in that day. So it's always looking at the silver lining. Number 4 is to have values, and you really need to live by your values. So it's living by justice and integrity, love, guidance in both the personal and the social living as well. You know, letting go of all those expectations. The word unconditional really needs to sit amongst all those values. You know, someone may come to you that you need to support unconditionally. Don't put conditions on anything, you know, and it's like being loved. Don't put conditions on it. So it really is living with your values. For me, is number 4 of my spiritual needs. Number 5 is that discover and develop inner wisdom. And by doing that, you get very creative. And it's the love of the self again. So really is, again, going within. All of these you are definitely working within yourself, and it's incredible. So the other thing, so it's number 5. Number 6 is develop a deep awareness of oneness and with other people and nature and all living beings. So it really is a case of being fully at one with everything, you know, whether it's the cat or the dog or the wild tiger or the hippo, you know, it's just finding your inner peace, because they will find their inner peace as well. It's like looking after nature. You know, don't go chopping down a tree just because you can. It's, you know, think about how you are being at one with everything. So that was number 6. And then number 7 is to have spiritual resources to help you through grief, through guilt, resentment, unforgiveness, shame, and deepen the experiences of trust, self-esteem, hope, joy, and love of life. So when you're feeling that you are really sitting in that darkness, that's when you've really got to go within and find the light. You know, as I said earlier, it is really about finding your inner peace. And with the inner peace comes forgiveness. It comes, you know, you let the judgments go, you let the conditioning go. It all becomes unconditional. And for me, those are the 7 spiritual needs that I work with every day. And for me, it just, you know, every reading that I do, before I go into a reading, I make sure that I sit within myself for a good 10 minutes before, you know, even coming onto this show today. 10 minutes beforehand, I have everything prepared, and I just sit within and connect to myself, connect to my higher self. And it just really helps my day go smoothly. So anyone that's listening to this, you know, if you're a psychic that's still developing, write down those 7 needs and start working with them. And I can tell you, it is just going to open up a whole new world to you on a higher level. You know, and one of the most beautiful things with this is that you can actually bring closure, you can bring healing to so many people. And I just feel so blessed in everything that I do when I work with clients. It's just amazing how broken they come in and then how repaired they walk out. And, you know, I'm not the healer. I actually help them heal, but it's getting them to that frame of mind where they can see themselves healing. You know, I'm just giving them homework as such on how to do that. So, which is great. Anyway, next week I've got Beth joining us again. You know, I'm just getting so many comments back when people see, you know, hear the radio show or see the TV show in regards to Beth. They all go, oh my God, we need to see her more and more. So Beth will be back on again next week, and we're going to be talking about our clairs. So it's clairvoyance, which is seeing, clairaudience, which is hearing, clairalliance is smelling, clairgustance is the taste, clairentience is feeling, and one more, claircognizance, which is knowing. So Beth and I are going to go into that a little bit more. So, you know, anyone that's developing their awareness, this would be a really good show to jump on board with. It will be a very quick delivery on those 6 clairs. So I'm looking forward to having Beth again next week. Okay, so let's get on with the show, and we've got Tammy from Illinois. Hi, Tammy. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, darling. So how can I help you today?
I just had, wanted to know a little bit about, if I'll be successful at my new job and just having some relationship issues.
Okay, the first thing I
If
got
I
when
can
you said
get any help with
about, the first thing I got, Tammy, for you is when you were talking about your career, you need to let go of your self-doubt. I feel that you have the ability to be highly successful. I'm also being told that stop listening to everyone else and trust yourself. I feel that you have an amazing opportunity for you to be highly successful. And I mean highly. Yes, it is going to take a lot of work, but I feel, are you looking at creating your own business, or are you stepping up a level in the career that you do?
I'm stepping up a level.
Perfect.
In my job.
I'm just feeling that it's your self-doubt. I feel that you absolutely have the ability, but there's two things. One is, and oh God, this is huge. One is your self-doubt. Let that go, because you absolutely have the ability to do this job. The other one is, I feel that there is someone trying to undermine you, and it's like they're just planting little seeds. Oh, do you really think you should have got the job, or do you really have the time to do it? Because I feel that there is someone that's a little bit envious that you got the job. But I'm seeing it. I'm seeing you really stepping up, and I'm seeing you taking it right on. Massive success around work, Tammy. Just don't even hesitate with that. Jump in, boots and all. I'm just saying that is such a big positive for you. Now, in regards to relationship, I've got a big question mark around that. And again, here's your self-doubt. All I'm going to say is you are worthy of love, and you're worthy of trust, and you are worthy of respect. Are you resonating with all that?
I am.
Yeah, I just feel that you need to find your voice. I just feel that there are times that you are being shut down and you're not being fully listened to in regard to a relationship. So it really is standing your ground. And if you're uncomfortable with something, Tammy, you really need to voice it, okay? I just feel at the moment, I'm feeling that you are extremely tired. And what I'm getting is that you do not stop. It's like, you're at work and then you come home, and then it's like, well, the next job starts, and it's doing all the housework and getting, meals organised and the laundry done and bringing the laundry. I just feel you do not stop. And what I'm saying, Tammy, is that you really need to take some time out and really work on yourself. Because what I'm saying, Tammy, is you're a broken cup and all your energy is seeping out. And believe me, honey, you can't pour from an empty cup. So I really feel that just at the moment you need to take time out for yourself. And it could be as simple as, as soon as you get home, you go, okay, for the next 15 minutes, I'm having a coffee. I'm just sitting down. No one's to come near me. Just allow me to have that time to yourself. And it's like you can fully switch off before you start up into the next bit. You understand that?
Yes.
Yeah. Tammy,
so
there's
the
good things.
Now, right for me or not?
He needs to step it up. If he wants to stay with you, I feel that he needs to step it up. I feel, how I said that you are worthy of love and you're worthy of trust and respect. I feel he's only giving you 50% of all that. And I honestly feel that he has an opportunity now to step it up and start. My throat's actually closing off at the moment, which is telling me that he's not listening to you. It's like your voice is not being heard. Tammy, your call, but honestly, for what I'm seeing right now, he's got 4 weeks or he needs to go. If he doesn't step up and start supporting you, here's that word, unconditionally again, I just feel 4 weeks and you're going to make the decision and let him go.
Okay.
That's really, really strong. Really
Right
strong.
off my shoulders.
Sorry?
A lot off my shoulders now, knowing that.
Yeah, I'm not fully getting that.
I
What
feel
I'm
more relieved.
saying, though, yeah, I just feel that you are worthy of a lot more, and I don't believe that the man that's with you right now is going to give you 100% of him, and you deserve 100%. You really do. I'm also being shown do you have like a black wallet purse? It's almost like a long purse. It's black.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm being shown a
wallet.
black.
White.
Yeah, I'm being shown a black wallet. I'm just trying to see what the reference to that is. Oh. I'm being shown a black wallet, and inside I'm seeing a lot of negativity, if that makes sense. So there's something in that wallet that is not fully I don't believe. It's dishonesty. I've got dishonesty around you, but it's in the form of a black wallet. So that could mean that there's someone around you that is not being fully honourable when it comes to money. I had the word deception coming in. Now, the black wallet may be that someone else owns it, and that person is not being 100% true to you. Okay? So it's almost like every time you go out and someone pulls the wallet out, just see what colour their wallet is, because I honestly feel that you're going to go, well, hang on a minute, there is deception around you when it comes to money. Someone's telling you, it could be, not simple, but it's as simple as someone saying, yes, I've paid the phone bill when they haven't. I just feel that there is deception around you when it comes to money. And I'm also being shown that you're the one that's being deceived. You're not doing the deceiving. I feel there's someone telling you something around money. It's almost like they're saying they're worth a lot more than what they are, or they're saying that they can afford to get a new car, but they can't. And I'm just seeing there's a lot of deception in regards to you, but it's not your money, it's someone else's. But I just feel that you really need to just be aware on who is in your circle, because there is deception there. There's someone not being fully truthful with you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there anything else there, Tammy?
Oh, I just hope that I'll be working for a long time. That was my main concern.
I've still got you working for quite a while. Yeah, I just feel that this job that you're taking is, or the stepping up into this realm is, I actually feel you're being quite content with it once you settle into it. And once you stop listening to everyone else, step into this job and make it yours, okay? I feel that you're going to do a couple of changes, which is going to make things a lot easier for you. And as a hypothetical, it's almost like they're saying, well, this is the way we've always done it. And you could go, yeah, but if we do it this way, it's going to make it so much easier and free-flowing. So they're really going to listen to you on that, Tammy. But what I'm getting more than anything is you need to trust your gut instinct. If you feel something's not right, absolutely bring it to the table and talk about it, okay? All right. So thank you, Tammy. From my heart to your heart, be kind to you, and I hope you have a fabulous day or night. Okay. Thanks, Tammy. All righty. So next we have Steph from Alberta. Hi, Steph. How are you, my darling?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, darling. How can I help you today?
Oh, well, I guess if anything, I was just kind of looking more or less for like a general, kind of reading or anything you can pick up on or tell me.
Okay, Steph, 2 months and there's going to be doors open for you. Oh, man, that's huge. I am absolutely buzzing with excitement. It's almost like I've got thousands of fireworks blowing up around me in such a positive, happy way. 2 months, Steph, there's great things coming to you. I actually feel that there may be a move for you. Are you contemplating study at the moment?
Am I contemplating what, sorry?
Study. Are you learning at the moment or thinking about doing a course?
No.
Okay, I feel that's going to come to the table. Because I'm actually feeling that there's learning coming to you and it's like the form of study. But I just see, as soon as you spoke, I just went, oh my God, within 2 months, you're going to be in a whole different realm to how you're feeling right now. I'm actually seeing you're going to start receiving a lot of clarity on where your future is taking you. Steph, can I ask how old you are right now?
Yeah, I'm 33.
36?
No, 33.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, 33. So, gee, the threes are around you. Very much so. Steph, what I'm getting for you is there is a lot of newness coming. And I've got this dragonfly floating around me at the moment on a clairvoyance stage. It's really floating around everywhere, which tells me as soon as the dragonfly comes in that there is new beginnings coming. And I'm seeing so much excitement around that. But I feel that there's an opportunity coming to you where you're going to have to learn. And this is why I asked if there was study coming to you, because I actually feel that it's almost like you've got to get a certificate to be able to branch into a whole different area. What I'm getting at the moment is that I'm feeling that you're quite stuck, and I feel that you're very frustrated and you do need some guidance leading into the future. But what I'm seeing though is you really need to find what your passion is and absolutely run with it. Are you quite creative with your hands?
What's that?
Creative.
Am I creative?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm just feeling that I'm being shown that you're sitting on a gold mine, but I feel it's within your mind and your hands. So this is where I'm feeling it's a creative realm that you need to go down. Yeah, I just see. Oh, okay. Just bear with me for a sec, though, because I've got a little girl coming through. Have you got a daughter?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, she's beautiful. She has got the most phenomenal heart. Steph, you need to hear this. I'm feeling that she is very open energetically, and it's like, does she get quite emotional at times?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm seeing her being a huge empath, and I know this reading is for you, but I'm just being told that you need to know that she feels energy, and that when she gets overly emotional, just look at what's happening around her in her environment. I just feel that there are times when she gets absolutely overwhelmed, and it's almost like she can't tell you what's wrong. It's because she feels everything very much intent, like she's hugely empathic, which means she feels everyone's pain, everyone's angst, everyone's overwhelmness, everyone's anxiety. She feels all that. And she does get overwhelmed with it. Steph, I need to say to you, every time she feels like that, or if you're feeling that she's getting to that stage, like I feel that there are times when you see that she's about to have a meltdown. Take her shoes and socks off, Get her outside and put her on the grass, because it's like she's got to ground herself. She's really got to be grounded. Or put her in a bath with just some table salt, and then let that water go. I just feel that when she gets older, honey, she's going to need to learn how to protect herself properly, how to ground herself properly. I feel her Her visionary is huge, so I also feel that she speaks with spirit. She will be an incredible medium when she's older.
Really?
Let her come to you with that. Let her come to you. Don't try and force it at the moment. And I feel when she's around 17, 18, 19, it's going to be a massive growth for her on her spiritual, psychic, mediumship level. But I just feel at the moment that she does get so overwhelmed, and I know this reading's for you, but you needed to hear that. So when you feel that she's getting that overwhelmness, get her outside, put her on the grass, and just let her tap back into Mother Earth. And it could be as simple as you saying to her, just all this feeling that you're experiencing at the moment, just imagine that you're pouring it into the ground. Just let the ground absorb it. I would love to talk to you in a few years' time, Steph, in regard to her, because she has such an incredible ability. It's phenomenal. She will be on this radio show. She's incredible. But I'm also feeling that she's going to be an amazing healer. Anyway, so I want to come back to you now, though. I just had to get that out very quickly.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, amazing. Steph, I just feel that someone's going to bring something to you that you're going to question. Don't question. I'm being told there is a golden opportunity coming to you, and I want you to really jump at it and just, I'm just being shown it's yours, and there is a way for you to bring more abundance, and I mean a financial abundance into your family. Because I actually feel that I've got a lot of happiness around you. I've got the word contentment coming at you. But it's ironic because I'm also being shown the word respect, and I feel that the respect is for yourself. It's finally time for you to really start respecting yourself and doing what you feel is right for you, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So, Steph, is there any last-minute quick question that I can help you with?
No, I don't think so. I think that was great. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure, honey. My pleasure. But just when it comes to your daughter, really just watch her emotions because you can support her. But believe me, you're going to be really... I've got her doing books and all sorts. She's going to be writing books. She's going to be on YouTube. She's going to be on live TV a lot with her ability. So hang on to your hat for around that. You may have to become her manager. Anyway, darling,
Okay.
my heart to your heart. Be kind to you, and thank you for the honour of reading for you today. That was amazing, and as much as it was for you, it was more about your daughter, so I apologise for that, but sometimes I've just got to get the message back to you. Yeah.
No, I appreciate that.
All right, my
Thank
darling.
you.
Yeah, my pleasure. All right, folks, so that was the beautiful Steph from Canada, and I'm always blown away by what comes through. So this is Glenys, Guidance with Glenys, signing off again for another day. From my heart to your heart, be kind to you. Next week we've got the beautiful Bethelaine Haynes coming back, and we're going to be talking about our Claires. So have a fantastic week, my beautiful friends, and I will be seeing you all next week. Bye.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Your Time to Shine with Julie Yeager-Walker. Live from Wings of Souls with Julie.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Your Time to Shine
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. How are you this evening? We are coming up on another full moon and eclipse and Mercury retrograde. Holy moly. I don't know about you, but I have really been feeling this one a lot more than our first set of eclipses and full moons. And this is only the second of 3. So this weekend we have our second set, and then in 2 more weeks we have another one. It is what they're calling eclipse season. And it really is kind of wreaking havoc on everything. We can see that within the outside world with everything that's going on and the upheaval that's going on. But it's also affecting our daily personal lives as well. And so this weekend, I found myself really feeling kind of low energy and dragging, and I wanted to sleep a lot. And, you know, that's kind of the feeling we're getting right now with Mercury retrograde hitting us. And, you know, as a result, you know, I was kind of in this weird kind of funkiness. That's all I can call it, really. And so I was really kind of absent from posting anything on my site. And, you know, as a healer, as a spiritual person, you want to make sure that you are helping others and helping others feel good. And so you don't want that energy when you're posting or anything else to come through energetically, because it doesn't matter what you say through your words or post as pictures. People are going to be able to still feel the energy behind that. So for me, I was like, I don't want to put any more negativity or any more yuck into the world. I was just not feeling, you know, inspired really to write anything. And I had actually a session with my mentor this week, and I was explaining all of this to her. And she encouraged me to be human and to be vulnerable and to post anyway. And so that's exactly what I did. I got on my Facebook page and I posted that I was really feeling uninspired. I was feeling kind of icky, and I really didn't want to post before this, but just being in that vulnerable position to say, I'm human and you're human. And it's okay to be human and to have these human experiences. And what I was really doing was really not allowing myself to have those human experiences, because I felt like I was, you know, a spiritual person, a leader, a teacher. I had people looking to me for guidance. And, you know, in reality, it's really about just being who I am and being in that vulnerable position to say, yeah, not really having that great of a day. And that's okay, because what happens is a friend had actually Facebooked me and said, wow, I was feeling the exact same way that you were. So just by putting it out there and being that in that vulnerable position to say, hey, everybody, you know, how are you doing? How is everyone, you know, dealing with all this? Because here's how I'm feeling, right? It just gives, you know, somebody else, and, you know, that position to be able to be human too, to go, I'm feeling that way too, and I get it. So I use my tools. I use my empathic tools. I went for my walk with my dogs and my husband, and I felt the energy of the nature around me. I did my breathing, I came back into focus within myself, within my body, and being present in that very moment. And that was the biggest thing that helped me, was just to, it was almost like I was outside of my body so much of the week and in this last couple of days, that I was really being brought back into myself in presence. And that's what I've really been working on this week, is staying present in the moment, not looking too far in the future, definitely not trying to look in the past at all, because that's done and over with, but staying present in this moment. And if you've ever tried to do this, it is really hard, because as humans, we are so programmed to look into the future, to plan for the future, to not let whatever happened in the past come back and affect us now. And so it's so, so important, especially when we find ourselves, the way, in the pandemic and in everything that's going on in the world, the racism, the riots, the emotional body that the world is having. It's so important to stay in the moment and be focused in the moment, to be focused on what is important to you. And yes, right now, it's okay to think about yourself and your family only, even if it's just for an hour, even if it's just for a day, to step away from the chaos and bring yourself back to center, bring yourself back to presence, and just have that time, that moment where you can find that presence, where you can be grateful for the things that you have. And that's another thing, is just in this time to be grateful for everything that you have right now in this moment. There's never been a time than now to be grateful for all of that. So be gentle with yourselves over the weekend. It's going to be a lot of fire in the air. It's charging us. It's moving us forward in our path, in our purpose. It's moving us forward to get creative and to do the things that are on our to-do list. And it can also throw a little bit of attitudes in there too. So just be aware of those around you and around yourself, and give yourself a little bit of a break this weekend. Get through this eclipse and this full moon before you start ramping up for the next one. But just take some time. Self-care is going to be huge this weekend. So please do take care of you. That is the most important thing that you can do right now. So with that, we are going to go to the phone lines. We have Brooke in Spring Hill, Florida. Good evening, and welcome to Your Time to Shine. Hi, Brooke.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. It's very nice to hear you. I'm so happy I got through. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad to have you. So what can we do for you this evening?
I'd like some medium help if possible to connect with my loved one.
Okay, so do you have a specific question?
Yeah, my son's father passed away 3 months ago, and he passed unexpectedly, and I didn't have closure. I didn't get to say goodbye to him, so just want to see if he's at peace.
Okay. Well, hang on just a moment. Let me see if I can tune in and get him here with us tonight and see what he has to say, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, Brooke. So, yeah, I feel the heaviness. I right off, I have a real heaviness in the pit of my stomach. I can feel the sadness and the pain that you and your family are feeling. And so I want to extend my condolences first off and say I'm so
Thank you
sorry for
very
your
much.
loss. It's so hard to lose a loved one. Yeah, I think she's showing me that he was a little shocked at his passing. He wasn't quite ready, he said. He had things that he wanted yet to do. Um, he was quite young. I mean, was he somewhere in his 40s?
No, he was actually only 31.
Okay. Okay, so very, very young. Um, he says he wants you to not worry. He is absolutely fine. Um, he's saying that he can't believe what is really on the other side. He was one of those that really didn't believe actually that there was anything beyond human existence. Um, and he's saying that he was very wrong about that. Um, he's watching over you guys, and especially with your son. Your son has been feeling him, has been seeing him. Um, your son is really young, right? He's only like
He's 8.5.
oh, he's 8.5. So he's okay. So he's older than what was being presented. I was thinking more like 5. Okay, so he's feeling the presence of his dad. I don't think that he would probably be able to understand and actually quantify what that is for him, but he's feeling that presence. Um, and he's actually getting a little bit of comfort from that presence. And again, he's not going to be able to really quantify that or verbalize that. So, he's just saying, let him know that his dad is there with him. And
Yeah.
that's going to bring him some comfort.
Okay. Yeah, he's really struggling with his dad being gone. He wasn't sick, so it was just very unexpected. Very, very unexpected.
Right. He keeps showing me something like in his gut, in his digestive system. Um, was was there a medical issue that was going on with his gut or something?
No, we did do an autopsy, and the autopsy did confirm that he had a heart attack. They said his heart exploded, but he didn't, not that we know of, had any prior heart conditions.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he's showing me heart too, but he's showing me there's like there's this unrest feeling kind of like in the pit of his stomach. And so, oh, thank you. Okay. So that's exactly what it is. It's the feeling of the unrest in the pit of the stomach, the heaviness, that feeling of just being kind of off. And so, he knows that you guys are all going through this, but he said, if there's any way that you can, know and be okay with the fact that he is okay on the other side, and let that be that lightness for you. You're going to have to go through your grieving period, and there's no time limit on grieving, right? It's just each person is different. But he's showing me that, the biggest thing that you can do is just support your son in every way. possible, and just by letting him know that his dad is around him all the time, and that he can talk to his dad, right?
Okay.
He's showing me that your son may not be open to that at the first, but there's going to be a time where he's going to feel comfortable with that. He's going to feel comfortable talking to dad, and then that's when
he's at nighttime. He has a lot of problems. He starts thinking about him. He cries a lot at night. It's very, very upsetting.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, thank you so much. It gives me comfort knowing he's at peace.
He very much is. He very much is. He's showing me that he is, he is revitalized and he is new again. So what he's now doing is he's working on the other side to help you guys, to help you through this transitional time, and try to make that as easy as possible for you. Okay, well, thank you so much for calling in, and I hope that helped you. Next, we have Shantice in Michigan. Welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hi, thank you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I've got the sun shining in on my face. It's almost blinding.
Wow.
I know. What can I help you with tonight?
I'm just calling just to have a general reading, kind of see what comes to you, like what's up next for me.
Okay, perfect. Hang on for just a minute and let me tune in to see what your loved ones have to say, and I'll be right back, okay? One moment.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Chantrice, so what's coming up for you is right now what's kind of playing out in the heavens with Mercury retrograde and the eclipse full moon. You're being really affected by this right now. What they're showing me is like you're spinning or you're off balance a little bit. You're feeling off balance, and that could be, physically or even spiritually, you're feeling a little bit off balanced.
Mm-hmm.
And they're wanting you to know that you're just being affected by the energies that are going on right now, and everything is kind of coming together for you, so that it's almost going to come to like this point of explosion, and there's going to be all these new ideas, these new type of ways that you're going to be like, oh, I have an idea for that, and I know what to do in this situation. It's like this enlightenment period that you're going to have. They're showing me that you are a very spiritual person. You are an empath, and you feel everything very deeply.
Mm-hmm.
And you're also a healer. Do you work in the medical field right now in some capacity?
No, I do not actually.
Okay, because they're showing me that because of your healing properties, that they're showing me that you could be in that medical field, whatever, and it could even be, they're showing me like even massage therapy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That just working with your hands and working with people in that capacity is going to be very therapeutic, not only for you but for them as well. And that over this next little bit, that healing capacity that you have is going to come through a lot stronger. It's going to be those ideas and those almost aha moments that you're going to go, oh, okay, wait a minute. This is something I've thought about before, and it keeps coming back. And so if you've been having a lot of like reoccurring thought patterns about a situation or a job, like a job change, if it keeps coming up in your awareness, that is your team, that is spirit, that is guidance that's being brought to you. And whenever you see a pattern and it keeps coming back into your awareness, that's just them trying to broadcast their message to you. And I'm being shown that you've been given these same thoughts or same patterns recently, and you've been wondering why they keep coming up in your thought process, because you're not thinking about them consciously, right? But that's spirit trying to get our attention to say, hey, check out this idea, check out this thought, right?
Oh,
Does that
so
resonate?
interesting.
Does that resonate with you?
It does. Yes.
Good. Okay. I feel like you have some really big changes coming up in your life, really positive changes. I feel like there's something with your job that's going to shift and change for you. And it's going to be it's going to be a shift and a change. There could even be some monetary benefits coming with that as well. I don't know that it's necessarily a raise, but there's going to be some other type of benefit coming through to you. So when we think of abundance, right, and we think of money, it doesn't always come in the form of actual money. It may come from, maybe there's more days off, maybe there's more sick time. There's other ways of having that abundance come to us through our job. So I'm being shown that there's going to be something coming through for you on that front.
And now that actually makes a lot of sense. Now, I also have been, for the past few months, I keep having weird dreams that I'm like pregnant, but I'm not pregnant. And I don't know where it's coming from.
So when we're dreaming of pregnancy, it means we're birthing something new in our life.
Okay.
Right. So that kind of goes along with what I've just been talking about with you, is that there's something coming up. There's an enlightenment period. You are birthing something new. I mean, figuratively, you are birthing something new. And you're giving life, right? It has to do with birthing something and then giving it life. So, like I said, whether it could be you may be looking into some type of a healing practice, or something of a more spiritual type practice for yourself personally. Whatever that is, there's something that is coming up for you that is going to help you and kind of enlighten you in that respect. And so these reoccurring dreams are just another way of spirit coming through in your subconscious while you sleep and saying, here's what we're going to do, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Definitely makes sense.
I feel movement. I feel are you looking at possibly moving to a new part of town, moving into a new house? Because I feel like there's some movement in the shift of where you're living or what you're doing.
Well, me and my boyfriend, we are talking about when my lease is up, finding a place together, like buying a house together.
Okay. Okay. That's where that is. There's a shift and an energy movement going in that direction. So I think I see that coming up for you guys in the future. Definitely. Most definitely. Your team is giggling and saying, make sure she has an extra room for a home office. So, yeah. They're saying make sure that you have your own space. That you're gonna need that space. Not only for you to be able to go and maybe just spend some time alone, because you are an empathic person, you're going to need some quiet time, right? And some space of your own.
I agree.
But you're also, but there's also a potential of having a home office set up. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I definitely can picture that for sure.
Yeah. Good. Good. Well, Chantrice, we are coming down to the last few minutes of our show. And so I just want to say thank you so much for calling in this evening. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, thank you so much.
Have a great night.
Thank you, you too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye. Wow, that does it for us. Another Thursday down in the books for us. Please visit me on my website at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. I have put up some upcoming classes, and Darlene and I, who used to host the show with me, we are going to be doing our Coffee and Connections with Spirit, the June edition. We got so much rave reviews in May. We decided to do it again in June. It's only offered to 10 people. It's a group session where you guys get to ask questions to us. So do check it out. It's posted on my website and through Eventbrite. You can also reach me through my Facebook page at Julie Yeager Walker Medium and Your Time to Shine. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Do take care of yourself this weekend through our eclipse and our full moon. And I'll see you back here next week.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Avid Advice Live with Pia Johansson. Live from AvidAdviceLive.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Avid Advice Live
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Thank you. Thank you, Mother Nature. Thank you for all the gifts and all the blessings. We hear you loud and clear. We hear your aching heart, and we hear your call for renewal.
Thank you, coronavirus. Thanks for the opportunities. Thanks for the opportunity of a lifetime to gain an unparalleled enlightenment. I thank the universe for the opportunities it is providing us now. The opportunity to slow down and reflect on our lives. The opportunity to rethink our being and the purpose of our lives. The opportunity to spend time with those around us and our loved ones. The opportunity to better get to know my partner, my kids, the love of my life, my parents, and all. The opportunity to reevaluate our lives and our life directions as well as our purposes. The opportunity to refocus, re-energize, reorganize, rebuild ourselves. The opportunities to get out of our busy and self-focused lives and pay attention to the world around us. The opportunity to value our friends and social interactions. The opportunity to have access to product and services when we want them. The opportunity to recognize and appreciate every little things in our life that we did not even see before. The opportunity that we love another. The opportunity to see that even the pretty faces on TV are nothing but an image. The opportunity to realize that my worth is not my status. The opportunity to understand that we all need one another. The opportunity to believe in ourselves and believe in our power and believe in God. Thank you, COVID-19. Thank you, coronavirus. Thank you for value our friends and our social interactions. For the opportunity to have access to products and services when we want them. The opportunities to recognize and appreciate every little things in our life that we did not even see it before. Thank you, coronavirus. Thank you. Thank you and thank you. Thank you for allowing us to put aside all our problems. Thank you for stopping us. Thank you so much. Thank you for making us appreciate the luxury we lived in. The abundance of products, freedom, health, wealth, love, and anything we wanted. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, coronavirus. The earth was begging us and begging us and begging us to stop for a very long time. And thank you help the earth, the breed, to feel fresh and rebuild herself. This virus is with us, is an inside of our brain, our mind, our body, our soul. This virus came to us to show us how little and how tiny we are. This virus shows us the opportunity to see that the king of all beings is vulnerable to a tiny virus. This virus came to our life to show us that we are nothing than just soul. And this virus came to our life to show us to be kind and lovable, to send positive energies and love to others. Thank you, coronavirus.
I thank the Mother for providing us with an opportunity to listen to it again. I thank for the second chance for renewal and refreshment and replenishment. I thank the universe for cleansing and purging all the negativity created for so many years, the pollution, the warming, the abuse of resources, the waste and our ignorance to protect our homes and our community. The nature is acting and reacting to our misguided ways. Isn't it time for us perhaps take a page from the lesson to recognize what's around us? Thank for the blessings that are coming our ways each and every day. I trust the universe to guide me, protect me, and direct me to being better than the day before. I thank all the gifts that I receive each and every day in my life.